You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I got to tell you, I did not have Sidney Johnson losing his ever-loving mind on my bingo card from a game the Mystics played last night after a couple of technical fouls. I will say this. You want to talk about a guy that rides or dies for his players. Well, Sidney Johnson, he crashed out on a whole other level. This is wild. All I got to say is I feel like only the WNBA. Is it ever about basketball? Question mark? Sometimes it feels like this league is never about basketball. WNBA coach escorted off the floor by police officers following intense moment. 2 technical fouls with 3:52 left in the third. The Atlanta Dream destroyed the Mystics, by the way. I think Angel Reese actually had a good game. This is wild. There's video of this, folks. You're going to see assistant coaches. You're going to see cops. You're going to see Kiki Arifin, one of my favorite players, trying to calm Sidney Johnson down. Let's go.
Angel Reese did a good job of staying.
This is wild. Of course, Angel Reese was involved. So she bulldozed his player right there and goes to sit down. Flores, I guess, is the player's name, it looks like. And there he is right there. Sidney Johnson's going nuts. And, of course, you got assistant coaches trying to cut him off at the path. And he wasn't having it. He was not having any of this. Now, what's kind of wild is it feels like, I'm going to be honest, did they have to hold him back like that? I mean, do they really? I don't believe that he would have actually physically assaulted the referee or any. I don't believe he would have done that. You know, I do think he wanted to yell like a mother. Look at this. The police are having to haul him off. One of these police officers here stepped in. Let's go back. It looks like she stepped in and was like, hey, let's not be like grabbing him and pulling him off the court because that's a little too far. Like, he's got a hold of him right there. Look, she grabbed that police officer. He's like, what the hell? So he walks off. He walks out. That's wild. That really is wild. That the police had to come and get him off the court. A little reaction to this. Referees suck. Going back to their old ways, but ESPN will say no. Yeah, well, they're all always defending the referees. They need to call the games fairly. It's getting ridiculous. Y'all trashing him for his behavior. The refs were trash, and his team was getting screwed consistently by bad calls. I bet the league has instructed refs to not be fair so they can market Angel Reese. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Wow. Shameful conduct from a coach. First, men should not be coaching any women. You got to be joking. Come on now. I can't even entertain. That is so damn stupid. Seriously. Coach Sidney Johnson's correct. Tough game. Don't let the stats fool you people. The refs were trying to balance out the foul call numbers at the end of the half. Should be fired immediately for crying out loud. It's a game and his anger issues are apparent. Not fit for coaching. People are all over the place on this. Hats off to those assistant coaches So what do we believe he would have done? If they hadn't gotten in between, do people really believe he would have attacked the refs? Because I think ultimately he'd have gotten the ref's face and screamed at them. But, I mean, I don't think he would have assaulted the refs or anything like that. He was pissed. He went full Bobby Knight on him. Full Bobby Knight. I don't blame him. The refs are terrible. Man, people are all over the place on this. So many issues in that community. What a complete embarrassment. The league is a joke. I get it, but you can't get that out of pocket. I think you have to be more professional. I agree with that. But, I'd still think it, I still don't know how far he was actually willing to take that, really and truly. The announcers are flat out terrible, trying to sell the unwatchable Angel Reese. Head coach definitely blew a gasket. I'm more appalled at Reese jacking up a layup when she knows she's not making it. Oh, wow. If I'm a head coach, I'm standing up for my players. I admit I'm not a basketball fan, but all I saw was Angel going in for the missed shot and the Mystic player trying to block her. And I don't know why she would bother. Just let Angel miss on her own. I mean, that's a good point. That's hard for me to argue with that. The officiating in this league is horrendous. This coach is mentally unstable. He should be removed from the Mystics. Okay. Am I supposed to be more appalled by this, I think? Okay. Hood rat can't control temper. Jesus, your head coach. I've heard Sydney talk a lot in various interviews. He's always come across as extremely professional. Damn, he got his money's worth. You got to fire this assistant head coach. Wait a minute. She made it seem like he was threatening the ref by constantly pushing him back when he was just trying to get an explanation. I'm not going to lie. I thought she made it look worse. I don't think he's assaulting that referee. I think he's going to get in the ref's face and I think he's going to yell. But I think all the people trying to hold him back made it look kind of worse than it was, to be quite honest. You may be like, Rhodes, you can't. I'm just telling you. Let him go up to the ref and scream and holler and act a fool and let him get ejected. Okay. But do I think he was going to physically harm the referee? No. Frankly, the assistant coaches made it look like he had really, really lost his mind, and I just think he was pissed and screaming at the refs. He wanted an explanation. That's my opinion. I don't know. We won't know. Because of the way it, and then the police got involved. I mean, once they kind of pulled him, and he was walked off the court. Again, should you lose your temper to that extent? Probably not. But, I grew up during the Bobby Knight era. I mean, that dude's going to bat for his team. I will give him credit for that. Tell me what you think. I don't know. I just feel like some of the optics around him trying to be held back kind of made this look like a bigger deal than it was ultimately going to end up being. I mean, sure, he would have probably gotten tossed. But do I think he was literally going to physically harm the referee? No, I don't. I don't believe that. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.